everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on. But before we get started, look down here. Are you subscribed? If you hadn't subscribed, go in there and subscribe and hit the notification bell while you're in there so you'll know when I upload or just when I want to pop up. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, that unrelenting beast of an algorithm. I really, really would appreciate it. And also, look here, somewhere it's a join button. If you become a channel member by hitting the join button, you're going to help this channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I would be so grateful. All right, let's get into the read. When I was looking for what to do the read on today, of course, I was in them Twitter streets and just trying to get a feel of what is the feel of, everything after the announcements, after the announcement of the interview that's coming Sunday, and after the big announcement that Harry and Meghan is going to Colombia on an official visit. And of course, the reaction is predictable. The derangers, the haters, the toadies, the hags, the haters, they all are doing what they do, getting petitions up, trying to petition Colombia to retract the invitation. I'm sorry, y'all. It is just so funny to me that you have nothing better to do than to do that. That is so weird. But anyway, to retract the invitation from Harry and Meghan. And they're also boycotting Colombia and anything else that Harry and Meghan may touch or see or feel or who knows. I mean, just crazy stuff. I mean, they have boycotted so much stuff that they don't use. How many of them toadies you think go to Colombia? I'm sure Colombia do not care. But anyway, I digress. And I also went around to see what was happening on GB News and Talk, because it's not Talk TV anymore because they're on YouTube. They couldn't even make it as a TV station. And they are struggling over there. They are really, really struggling. They are not, uh, you know, as devoted to the smear campaign as they were when it was Nigeria. I mean, they are really, really struggling. I watched one guy and he was talking about Harry and Meghan's interview, and he was struggling trying to find something negative to say about Harry and Meghan trying to help parents to help their kids for social media bullying. And I would think it would be hard to find something negative in that. Now, he struggled around and kicked a rock or two and finally came up with some, but it was bad. It was really, really bad. And it's just so pathetic to watch. And it's so funny. It's really, really funny. And I just love that for them. But then I found this article here, and it kind of put everything in a nutshell of what's going on with the media over there and their struggles that they're having. They are starting to come to terms with the fact that they are not going to be able to destroy Harry and Meghan. When I first started this channel, I said that the British media was going through the 5 stages of grief, and they were in denial. I am starting to think that they are moving on, to the point where they're starting to get closer and closer to accepting. But I think they might be at bargaining. I think they might want to try to be better to see if they're going to be able to get some press passes to Invictus in 2025 because it is not as mean spirited as it used to be. That, let me put it like this. It's just as if they don't have their heart in it anymore. They're just going through the motions. It is funny and pathetic to see. All right, we're going to get into this article right here and then we are going to discuss. But I had to share that with y'all. It is a sad, sad state of affairs on the haters, toadies, hags, and the Rangers side of Twitter and YouTube. It really is. And I just love that for them. All right, this article is by James Crawford Smith. He is one of the raw reporters at Newsweek. And I don't understand why Newsweek even have raw reporters, but they do. I guess maybe it might be owned by someone from the UK because Newsweek has really changed since the day when I was growing up, Newsweek. It's now ridiculous. But I digress. Let's get into the article, then we'll discuss. It says Harry and Meghan aren't the first royals to visit Colombia. You don't say. But why are they acting like it's so dangerous for Harry and Meghan if other royals have been to Colombia? Could it be that it is full faux outrage, lies, trying to smear Harry and Meghan trip? Could that be it? Let's read on. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are headed to Colombia after receiving an official invitation from the country's vice president. And get this one, to raise the country's profile as a beacon of culture and innovation. Let that wash over you. That means that this couple has the shine. Colombia wants Harry and Meghan to come to shine a light, bring the world's eyeballs so they can showcase their country as a beacon of culture and innovation. Can can Kate and William do that? Charles and Camilla went over there in 2014. Did they do that? I don't think anybody even knew they were over there. And poor little Sophie Edinburgh went over there last year. And I didn't know it until today. She sure didn't bring any a beacon. She didn't bring any shine to Colombia. And the mayor of Cali, one of the cities that Harry and Meghan is going to, said that this is the highest profile visit they have had in some time. And Charles and Camilla, they visited there and nobody cared. But Colombia is going to show the world who Colombia is, and they're going to have the opportunity because Harry and Meghan is going to bring the eyeballs. I remember back to an article, it was in the Mirror, and it was in earlier in this year when Harry and Meghan returned from Nigeria. And it was talking about how Charles and William was going to do everything that they could to stop Harry and Meghan from going on trips like this one to Commonwealth countries. Now, I don't know if they achieved that goal because Colombia is not a Commonwealth country, But we will see. But that is going to become harder and harder to do once the Commonwealth countries see the shine that Colombia is going to get. And I just love that for Charles and William. You know, Charles is the president of the Commonwealth, but they didn't even want him as the president of the Commonwealth. The Queen had to really pull some strings in order for them to make Charles the president of the Commonwealth. And when William went to Jamaica, he wrote a letter on his way back that he knew that he would not be he knew he would not be the king of the Commonwealth, the head of the Commonwealth, because they treated him so bad when he went to Jamaica. So I wish them luck that they can hold back the tide that is coming once Harry and Meghan leaves Colombia and Colombia is showcased so beautifully. Let's read on. It has been okay. However, the move has raised eyebrows because the prince's recent concern over security. Harry never did have any concerns about security in Colombia because once he stepped off the plane, Colombia got them. Unlike the UK, if Harry and Meghan steps off a plane there with their children, ain't nobody got them. And his father is the king of the nation. You know how that looks. That foreign country treat Harry and Meghan better than Harry's home country that he fought 10 years for. So that argument that they are doing, trying to pull off, that's why I said it's half-heartedly trying to pull off. Because at the end of the day, people see that it is a big difference between Colombia and the UK. The Colombia wants Harry and Meghan to come. The UK said they didn't want Harry and Meghan to ever come back. They didn't have to ever come back. That's what the paper said. I don't believe the people believe that, but that's what the paper said. And every day, TV stations are devoted to smearing and provoking hate against Harry and Meghan. And newspapers, I mean, I don't even know how many tabloid rags. And that's all they do is provoke hate for Harry and Meghan. That's not happening in Colombia. So, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's go on. The trip announcement came just days after the broadcast of the new interview given by Harry, in which he said he will not take Meghan to Britain over fears of acid or a knife attack after the government downgraded his state funded security. Well, that's your answer right there. Harry and Meghan in Colombia is going to have security that the Vice President of Colombia has. Here, they got downgraded security and they got people spewing hate at them all the time, trying to get one person. I believe they have been trying to get one person to do something. And that's why Meghan has not come back there because it's a churning all of the time. And Harry is right. It only takes one person. And they know that. And that's what they continue to do. GB News had Angela Levin on today, spearing her lies, making her lunch money. Just like Harry said in Spare, he pays her rent, making her rent, lying on Harry and Meghan. And Columbia don't have an equal to Angela Levin spewing lies, pulling lies out of her butt. So I don't understand what they're saying. It sounds like apples and oranges to me, comparing an apple to an orange. They're different. But let's go on. Currently, the US and the UK government has issued travel advisors to citizens encouraging only essential travel to certain high-risk areas in Colombia. Well, it's high-risk areas here in America. And the far right group is just about to tear the UK down over there. I bet you can't go over there. What are you talking about? It's all over the TV. They got dogs out biting people and fires going. But yet and still, Colombia is the only place where it got no go places. I live in a big city. It is places here in the big city that I won't go. But that doesn't mean the city is not safe. I don't know what their point is, but their point is to try to say that Harry should come to the UK because it's safer. And they don't understand why he rather go to another country. Well, because the other country treat him better. Harry's treated better here in America. He's treated better when he goes to Colombia. He's treated better when he goes to Canada. He's treated better when he goes anywhere except his home country. Not by the people. I keep expressing when Harry showed up for the 10th anniversary of Invictus, the people showed up and showed out for him. They didn't show nothing but love for him. And they were speechless. The GB Newsers and all them, they were speechless that the UK public showed up to show Harry love. I will never say anything bad about the UK people. It is a few over there, but the majority of them are not like that. And they showed up and they showed out for Harry. And so all I can say is that is why. Let's read on. It says, despite the concerns over Harry and Meghan's decision to accept the Colombian Vice President Francia Marquez's invitation to visit the country may be unfounded as they are not the first member of the British royal family to do so. You don't say. You don't say. As recently as November 2023, the UK government sent Prince Harry's aunt, senior senior working royal Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. They wanted to make sure they associated Sophie with Harry because nobody know who she is. She went to Colombia and the Colombian people said, "Who that? Who that?" It said she went on a 3-day official tour of the country where she was received by the vice president. Sophie, who is married to King, they have to explain who Sophie is. Nobody don't even know who she is. All right, they had to explain that she is actually Harry's aunt, that she is a working member of the royal family. And he said Sophie is married to King Charles' youngest brother, Prince Edward. And then they talked about where she visited and what she did, and nobody cares. And that's why the vice president, decided to invite Harry and Meghan, somebody who actually has some shine, because Sophie came and went and nobody cared. And that's why the mayor said this is the highest profile visit we have had in a long time. That's why. And then they talk about in 2014, King Charles and Queen Camilla, his queen Camilla, paid an official visit to Colombia when they were still the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall as part of a larger tour of Latin America. And that's why they cannot get this off the ground. They trying, but they cannot get it off the ground. And they just gonna have to suffer with all the beautiful pictures that are gonna come out of Colombia, all the culture, and I just cannot wait. I cannot. I cannot. It said, though Harry and Meghan hasn't issued an official statement about their trip, Vice President Marquez says she is pleased that they have accepted her invitation. And there you have it. That's why they are half heartedly trying to smear this visit because they know that Charles was just there, him and his queen, and Sophie was just there, hadn't even been a year ago. And they know why the UK is dangerous for Harry and Meghan. Well, especially Meghan and the family. They spent just the first of this year, they spent, I think, what, 2 or 3 weeks bullying Lilibeth about her name. Talking about the queen said, this is all I have is my name. And they trying to take my name. Knowing the queen had never said anything like that. But they spent their time bullying that baby. But yet and still they act like faint, faint, surprise. Why, oh, why won't they come to the UK? Well, because you got Neo, you know what, in jail right now for threatening little Archie, saying that he is an abomination and should be put down like a dog. Where is that in Colombia? Anybody said anything like that? Where is the security chief in Colombia, like the one that sit on national TV in the UK and express his concerns about the threats that were coming in about Harry and Meghan and express how serious they were and how anybody who saw them would be frightened. Where is that in Colombia? Where is that? And where is all the hate spewing out of rags newspapers every day to try to invoke hate against Harry and Meghan? Where is that in Colombia? And where in the world is the security, the top tier security? Where is that in the UK for the king's son, baby son? It's in Colombia. They gonna treat Harry like he's the king's son in Colombia, but he cannot get treated like he's the king's son in his own country. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. So they can just stop it. Nobody's going to buy what they're selling because it's spoiled. We see right through it. I cannot wait for this trip, and it's not long away either. And I just feel like it's going to be so good because they're losing. We're winning, and it shows. I'll see y'all later. Bye.